Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back, or if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my October favorites, and I'm going to be doing, as I normally do, my October favorites on my face. Basically, if you're not familiar with the series that I do, instead of just talking about my October favorites, I actually apply them to my face so that you guys can see them in action. So I created this like purpley smoky eye. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Please let me know what your favorite product was in the month of October. I love hearing your recommendations and I take a lot of them a lot of the time. Side note, I do actually have a very small little giveaway going on right now. I sort of only announced it on my Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, but I want to let you guys know because it actually ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. I'm actually giving away one of the new Tarte Pro Glow palettes. So if you want to enter, I will put the link down in the description box. And without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so I guess we should just jump right into it. So I'm going to start off with my favorite primer of the month, and it is the Estee Edit Radiance Activator. Now, I actually mentioned this as my favorite product last month, so I definitely really like this product, especially considering I mentioned it 2 months in a row. That definitely tells you that I've been using it a ton. It is a really, really beautiful, just like glowy primer. It really makes your foundation just look so gorgeous. If you have dry skin, this product is just so nice. So I have been really enjoying mixing oils into my foundation this month. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. It's just a really nice oil that you can either mix in with your foundation or apply before you actually apply your foundation. I typically like to just mix it in, and my foundation that I've been wearing a ton this month has been the Bourjois Healthy Mix Gel Foundation. I really feel like this is just such a great basic foundation for my skin type. It's not too dewy, doesn't have too much coverage, too little coverage. It's just sort of like the perfect foundation that just has really everything that I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna put maybe like two and a half pumps on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take my Photo Finish Primer Oil and I'm just going to put 1 drop, maybe 2. You really don't want to apply too much oil into your foundation. And now to blend everything out, I'm taking my beauty blender and just patting that into my skin. Honestly, this foundation routine is just everything. I love the way my skin looks with this. It is just so perfect. So this month has just been insane. I feel like I have not slept at all. I've been so busy with the move, and it's sort of like right at the high point of school right now. So there's so much shit going on, and like I have just been not sleeping. So my under eyes have been insane. I feel like you can't really tell on camera because the lights sort of blurred out a little bit, but my under eye circles, I'm telling you guys, are just terrible. So I have been really enjoying the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. This has been like the only thing that completely cancels out all the darkness underneath my eyes. So it doesn't really give me a brightening effect, but definitely covers up my dark circles. So then I will go in with another concealer afterwards to brighten up. And this just erases everything. Look at that. This is probably one of my all-time favorite concealers. I sort of want to do a 5 best, 5 worst concealers. You guys know that series that I do. I feel like that would be a good one to do. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see that. So now just to brighten things up a bit, since I don't really have much highlighting going on, I'm going to take my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in the shade Chantilly. This is like the lightest shade that they have. I'm gonna apply this sort of like in this area over here, just a little bit. This is a very like thick concealer, so you don't wanna apply too much, but it's so good to brighten. It has a really nice coverage too. Apply that down the bridge of my nose as well. And then I'm gonna take the same beauty blender and just blend that out. By the way, pro tip, do not get the nude beauty blender. Worst idea ever. I clean it basically before every use. It honestly just always looks disgusting no matter what. So if you are looking into buying a beauty blender, get the pink one, get the black one, get any other color, but this one, I'm telling you, terrible idea. Alrighty, so now let's move on to the eyes. Now my favorite palette of the month has been the Tarte Pro. I got this more towards like the middle of the month, but I have just been enjoying it so much. I love all of the shades in here. You guys know how much I love the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I did already use this in a Get Ready With Me video, and if you're curious to see another look that I did with this palette, I will definitely link that in the description box down below. Okay, I'm going to do a purpley smoky eye. So I'm first going to grab Vintage, which is just the matte white shade. I'm gonna just press that up against my brow bone to just brighten that up and also just set that area because I did apply concealer there, so I want to make sure that it's nice and set down. I'm going to go into Fierce, which is the purpley transition shade in this palette, and I'm going to start to apply this above my crease, and this is going to be our transition shade. It's just like a grayish purple. We're going to be playing with cool tones today, which I also have not done in a while. So now I'm going to go into No Filter with a smaller blending brush. This is my Sigma E25, and I'm going to apply this into the crease. I've also been in the process of, obviously you guys know, moving. I'm moving in 3 days, so I actually start like legitimately moving my stuff in. Like up until now, I've sort of just been moving small things and doing it really slowly, but next week is when like the real stuff happens. Really excited to actually get in there. I'm also extremely overwhelmed. I've been like sort of freaking out over the past week, hence why I've not been sleeping, because there's just so much to do, but I'm sure it will be just fine. So that is a little update for me. Now we are going to go into a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to go into Vamp, which is the deep purple shade, and I'm going to use this to deepen up right at the outer corner of my eye. I'm really just gonna press this in that area to get it nice and concentrated. And I'm really making like an intense V shape here. So bringing it down towards like the middle of my lash line. Making this really crazy V shape like this is really gonna make your eyes look super almond shaped. So if you're going for like a more like sexy eye shape type of look, doing something like this will definitely give it to you. Literally, this looks like the makeup that I wore to prom. It's freaking me out. By the way, guys, this week is another week that I'm uploading 3 videos. I'm gonna have a video up tomorrow on Tuesday, and then on my normal day on Thursday. So I just wanted to let you guys know so that you are aware that that is happening. Taking my big fluffy brush and just blending along the very top edge just to make sure that it's nice and diffused. But now I'm going in with an absolutely clean blending brush. There's absolutely nothing on this, and I'm just going to run along the edge just to make sure that everything is nice and smooth. Going back into my small little definer brush, I'm going into the matte black in the palette and just really putting that right on the outer corner. Not too much though, because I still want the purple to shine through, but this will just add even more depth. So now I'm gonna go into the shade Glam, which is my favorite shade in this palette. It is like the most amazing highlighting shade. And on a flat shader brush, I'm gonna pat this on my lid space where there's no purple. So basically, I'm just sort of filling in the gaps. I'm gonna grab this NYX pencil brush. I'm gonna go into No Filter, which is the warmer purple shade. And I'm going to put this on my lower lash line. Pretty smoky. So now I'm going to brighten up my inner corner. I'm going to grab Classic, which is the matte creamy shade, and I'm just going to put that right in the inner corner. I don't want to have a shimmer going on, just something nice and matte and simple, and I'm also just going to touch that up on my brow bone. I'm now going to apply my favorite mascara of the month. This is the Annabelle Supernova Mascara. Such a wonderful mascara. This literally makes my lashes look so freaking long and defined and also voluminous. Really does everything I want in a mascara. So I've been really enjoying it. It's also from the drugstore. So I'm just gonna apply this to my lashes. Moving on to my brows, I have been back on like the powder kick. I've always had like these phases where I go back to powder and then I go back to pencil, and right now I'm back onto the powders. But before I apply the powder on my brows, I'm going to first set them with my Benefit Gimme Brow. This is just going to make my eyebrow hairs stay in place. It's gonna make them look a little bit thicker. And I always like to set my brows before I actually apply the product because I feel like it makes my job a lot easier. I'm going to be taking my Anastasia eyebrow powder. I have had this for probably 5 years maybe. This is like her original packaging. Like she doesn't even have this packaging anymore, and this powder has lasted me the longest time. So I'm gonna be using my Smith 205 brush for this and just sort of going in between the 2 shades. And I'm going to just start to fill in my brows. Now the reason why I like powder so much is because I feel like it makes my brows look really nice and natural yet defined. It just gives a really nice soft look to the brows, and I also feel like it's a lot quicker than using pencil. Like look how quick that was. I'm already done doing one brow. Done. So I'm going to take my Estee Edit bronzer. This is the Barris bronzer in the shade Light Medium, and my Smith 112 brush. This is my current favorite bronzer brush. It looks really small, but it's extremely fluffy, and it just makes for a really nice, precise bronzer application. I love it. So I'm just gonna apply this in my cheekbone area, and this is really just gonna warm up my skin and contour even a little bit slightly. Even though this is not a contour powder at all, it will give my face a little bit more definition. Like, look how big of a difference bronzer makes. I love it. Now for my blush, I'm gonna be taking my Becca blush in the shade Songbird. This is probably one of my all-time favorite blushes. It's like a peachy, bronzy shade. I'm gonna apply this right to the apples of my cheeks. Get a little bit of color there. I do always like to use bronzy, peachy blushes when I do purple smoky eye because I feel like it really complements it. And I prefer it over pink, to be honest with you. Like, does not look pretty together. It's not what you would think to do, but I really like the way it looks. All right, so now I'm going to use one of the new Estee Edit products. This is called the Glow Face and Eye Palette. This basically has a bunch of highlighters in here. I really, really like this palette because the highlighters are not too intense. You guys know I'm over the metallic highlighter trend, and these highlighters give you that glow, but they're very, very finely milled and don't have really any visible shimmer in it. So it makes it for a very like wearable, beautiful glow, and I really am enjoying this. This is also new for the holidays, I believe. And I'm going to go into this shade right on top, this like vanilla shade. And I'm going to pop that on the tops of my cheekbones. But it's not too crazy, and it's just so freaking pretty. I love the way it looks. All right, so we're basically almost done. The last step is the lips. This Stila, this is their new matte lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Palais. It's basically a really gorgeous, very, very warm nude. I have been really enjoying this for every day. I like it because it's not your typical nude. It is very warm, which I do really like, and the formula is very matte. It is pretty comfortable, not the most comfortable matte lipstick that I've ever worn in my life. And I would make sure that you do exfoliate your lips before you actually apply this, but it is a really nice color, and I have been really enjoying it this month. So I'm gonna top off this lip with this Tarte Glossy Lip Paint in the shade Avi, and this is just a deeper pinky-ish nude, and I'm gonna just put this in the center of my lips. So that completes the finished look, and now all of my October favorites are on my face. So that is it for the finished tutorial and my October favorites. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite product was for the month of October. You guys know I love to hear what you guys have to say, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back, or if this is the first time that we're virtually meeting, my name is Jamie. I really hope you enjoyed this video.